An old porcelain coffee mug sat in the corner of the cabinet, covered in dust and spiderwebs. A streak of light pushed its way through the slit in between the cabinet doors and revealed the mug's cracked paint. The sunbeam forced the mug to open its old and tired eyes, and to its surprise the cabinet was empty. Usually he was accompanied by 30 new and shiny coffee mugs, which were the only ones who got to serve the multiple guests at Cafe Mocha.
This is my chance.
He had dreamt of a day where he could proudly serve someone a cup of hot coffee, just like he was supposed to. The mug had lost all of its friends because they got sick of his complaining and self-pity, but now it could all change. He could finally be one of the wanted mugs, one that got to work and serve others. Slowly the mug rolled onto his side and inched his way to the front of the cabinet. Soon after, a hand reached in and grabbed him.
Somebody pinch me.
The mug couldn't believe his wish was finally coming true. The hand carelessly placed the mug on the counter, which caused the mug to wince. He was about to yell at the person for not treating a mug as important as himself, with more respect, before he remembered where he was. Finally doing something important. After waiting for what felt like forever, coffee was finally poured into the mug.
This is too hot.
The poor mug had to remind himself once again what an important task he was completing, and forced himself to think about that instead of the pain. However, a nagging feeling arose in the mug's tiny head. Shouldn't this be more glamorous? A waiter grabbed the mug by the handle, and some of the chipped red paint fell off.
Hey, watch it.
Finally, he was placed in front of a real customer, and the mug felt so proud of himself. The customer slowly brought the mug up to his lips and took a long sip. Instead of finally feeling satisfied, the mug felt an uncomfortable itch. He looked up and saw every mug's worst nightmare, a mustache. The mug had heard horror stories of how terrible mustaches are, but he had never imagined something this bad.
Stop! Make it go away!
The waiter finally carried the barely conscious mug back into the kitchen. Thinking that the rough day was over, the mug let out a sigh.
Finally, I get to go back into my own corner.
However, the waiter placed the mug in the washing machine. The poor mug grabbed onto the side of the machine, looking terrified. A younger mug saw the old mug's misery and found it entertaining.
Hey, yo, Grandpa, how's your glorious mug life going?
The old mug turned away from the others and faced the corner. As the water started to splash around, the old mug sadly admitted,
Everything was so much better in my own cabinet.
The next morning, the old mug once again woke up to sunshine warming his paint. He couldn't believe he made it through the night. A waiter grabbed him and placed him right back where he belonged, in the corner of his cabinet.
Home sweet home.
The old mug was pleased with his situation for the first time ever.